Hey everybody, welcome back to Tavern Master. Now today we're going to start going completely all out in decking out our tavern here. Now between episodes I did start the transformation of the main bar to some of the better looking table and chairs. I did get a comment about the adventure table needing more prestige, and well, we've got more prestige and we've got a little bit of money. Now for this episode there's some things that we need to add, and I believe something to do in the kitchen here with some soup to get started. Let's start that. First, I think we need 3 cauldrons to kind of make the kitchen really work. And then we need a spice rack for the soup production. I think that looks good. And we also have the opportunity to have a second crate. So I'm just gonna throw that over there in the corner to kind of get started. That should secure our main area here. Now, what I was noticing is this says 5, 6, and 7 for the capacity. So at some point in time, I'm taking it. We can upgrade it to a better version. And I don't know whether this we can upgrade or not. It might be something that we have to unlock further on in the research, but it looks like they can make 5 soups in it. And I think we have a total of 3 soups available: tomato, leek, and vegetable. 1 pot for each should kind of do. This area over here, I'm thinking for the moment that it looks okay. That means we need to start out here in our patio, and then we'll kind of progress to the back. I have some kind of ideas of the way I want to go with this. Let's start kind of down here in this corner. We've got just shy of 10K left. So we're just going to throw as much seats out there, and we're just going to try to go for maximum prestige kind of going forward. And we're going to see how many customers that we can maintain. Got a little bit more money. Oh, that's right. That's what we finished in the last one. It was soup prep, and then we got milk, cider, and mead. I'm thinking we start on more plants. Not that it's necessary, but it gets us to the new floor. And let's add the milk, cider, and mead to the bar. It costs 1,500 and 1,000 to refill. That gets us a decent chunk of our money ate up there. And with as expensive as things are, I'm probably going to be skipping a few days between unless something eventful happens. Speaking of events, I was told that events are the best way of getting research. So 50 of the reds, 50 of the rares, means that getting a party, which apparently we have a wine tasting scheduled, is the best way to get it. I don't remember scheduling that wine party. I bet you I meant to have that kind of finished before I started the recording and then forgot. All right, let's get 1 more seat there, 1 more seat there. We've got 1,500 money left. And taking a look at the table would be another 1,000 plus another 1,500 for the chairs there. So I think we're going to have to wait right here. That brings us up to 6380 for prestige. Let's start the next day, see what that brings in for people. We got another thief. Let's go ahead and skip that. All right, so I'm not sure if thieves gets a little bit more aggressive over time. That just doesn't seem like a really interesting aspect of the game. Now, we must not have a party today as we just have the 248 customers. Check our table. We finished up some ham and we got beans in a day here. Now, as we expanded out our ability to have more inventory, let's go ahead and get another cheese wagon. Let's grab 2 people for it. Gets us 100%. And I'm thinking we start working on more of the strawberries so that we can have some better parties. But strawberries don't seem like they're available. So I guess I'm just going to go ahead and grab some mushrooms and we'll just throw everybody available in there. It's nice starting out the day with some money, and we'll probably go a couple of days. Well, let's get the party scheduled for Monday there, and we'll just go with, let's go for the 50 guests because that's what's needed. So the work anniversary, and we'll probably bring you back after a couple days after we get a little bit more money. All right, so it's the night before our party. And what I was noticing is we only have 48 total seats and we have 50 customers coming tomorrow. So I'm thinking we go ahead and spend the money that we have on some more tables. Now, the first table, I just want to throw it kind of over here in the corner. We're going to throw some benches over here. That gets us to 52. Now, we don't have quite enough for any more of those fancy ones. I'm just going to temporarily throw in a cheap table and a cheap bench kind of over here. And then what we'll do is we'll get rid of them after the party. I just want to make sure there's enough room for everybody in the party itself. So we'll just temp that in. Looks ugly, but more money means we can advance the game a little bit quicker. I guess what we could do is temporarily throw benches over here and do the same thing over here just to get our kind of seating capacity up. Let's throw these down like that, throw that down like that. Now, I did have some comments about waitresses. They were saying that to upgrade them, that it really makes quite the difference. So I've upgraded everybody all the way. I've boosted some of the income just a little bit, kind of taking a quick look. We've got old boy Fergus down here, 53 on his income. Our bartender's at 72. And we also have the ability to pick up our elite waitress. Now, I don't think I have a spot for her quite yet, so I'm going to hold out on hiring her until I've got a spot. You know what? I could probably put her right there. Let's take her. And let's take a look and see what type of stats our elite has. So Maria, carry 8 drinks. Looks absolutely amazing. I don't think at this point in time, I don't think that the tips are very important. And then everything else is looking good. I'm thinking that we just call her kind of where she is. Can't level up any higher. So I'm not sure if they can level past that. And I'm not sure what level she is considered. All right, so as the party's wrapping up here, we just finished more plants. Let's go ahead and work on the next bar. I'm not sure how close to being ready for that next floor we are, and that gets us to the researchers, which it looks like everything from here out is going to need research as well. The second fireplace grill needs another purple person. I think we're starting to get some, and today itself is an absolute bust. It's one of the lowest days we've had an income in a long time, only pulling in 2,600 and only at our 69.4% of our occupancy. That's how the parties roll. I think that as we get better levels, I think the parties will get a little bit better. We do have serve only dessert for a day, gets us a new recipe. That's going to be pretty good. Now, served soup for a day. I think that serve only the main course for a whole day and serve soup for a day will be reserved for a party. And maybe what we'll do is, since we did the work anniversary right now, which got us the dessert, maybe on Thursday, we'll look at doing something that's main course. So cheese would be a main course and mushroom soup would be a soup. We don't have the recipe for the Pirates Party, but what we could do is get the battle victory and use the pea stew. I'm not sure if that counts as a soup or as a main course. Yeah, let's do the executioner's party since we unlocked that. So we'll plan on that one being next. That will get us the people that we need for the bar. Actually, we'll probably get the bar before that, and that will probably get us working on probably kitchen items too. I'm gonna let the money pile up a little bit so we can do a pretty big expansion, then I'll bring you guys back. All right, so as this day wraps up, our tavern is completely chocked full, and we're ready to start our next research. So let's start on that new floor, and it looks like we're going to need a lot of gold customers in order to make that happen. So I'm thinking that we go ahead and arrange a party for the next day. So we'll do the battle victory celebration. We'll get all the knights in here, and I think we're ready for the day to end so we can start our next expansion. Now, I did go ahead and switch out all of the tables and chairs to the appropriate ones. And look at this, man. We're making almost 4,000 a day. We're up to 72 seats. We're getting a lot more gold than rare, which is really surprising, seeing that we should be, in theory, getting more rares than gold, seeing that our chance of getting a rare is 7 to 4. I was actually looking at that as being 4 to 1, but it's 7 to 4. So we should see a whole lot less of the gold customers. I'm not sure why that's that way. For the adventurers table, I have kind of a thought that I want to have kind of be like a back room. So we're going to go ahead and close this area off here, and this spot right here, let's go ahead and open it up. That will be the walkway back here. I don't know if I should put the stairs here in the future and move the cooking house over here, or just kind of create like this narrow gap here for them to walk through. For right now, let's get a wall right here, a wall right there, and then we'll, let's just close it right off and put a door there. We need some floors in here. I'm thinking that we've got kind of this stone look out here. I think we've got this look in here, This is the area of the bar itself. Let's throw this right here, because eventually this is going to be like our pathway up. I'm not sure that this is going to be anything other than maybe some storage and stuff like that. Maybe we do kind of the rough rock look for this room. And for wall textures, I guess we go with the wallpaper look for this room. Yeah, that looks good. It's gonna need a light in here, and let's go ahead and fix the outside of the building real quick here. We need some lights in there. Let's go with this globe looking one. No, you know what? This is gonna be for our adventurers table. Let's go with this chain looking one, and we'll throw one on each side there. Let's try that again. We'll throw one on each side. There we go. Now for decorations, let's start with the adventurers table, moving it in and seeing how it kind of sets in the room. We'll get it nice and centered. We've got a little bit of money, so I do want to kind of work with that a little bit with some decorations. I'm thinking let's get some weapons by the doors. We'll go with something like that, and then maybe underneath the lamps there, we'll go with some scrolls, make it look like maps. Maybe like an intimidating look. Maybe we put a couple of the suits of armor behind. Gets us a little bit of prestige there. And then we get a plant kind of in the corner. Oh, that's kind of a little bit ugly looking plant. We'll do one in each corner. It looks like I probably should have rotated that. I guess I didn't know that. Oh, you know what? It's not like a corner piece there, which is why it looks goofy. Let's throw one over here. I guess we'll make that work. And it looks like, what's the difference between these two? Is one just one wall and one's a different wall? Oh, can we throw one kind of on top of it? Well, let me do that. Oh God, that is like god awful. Maybe these were a bad idea. Gives it kind of like a look of a plant that's kind of growing like a vine. I guess we'll make it work. We'll probably come back and add some more to this in the near future. Maybe we'll do like some banners or something. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. Right over the top of the suits of armor. Does not work. Throw a crest there. Maybe we'll throw a crest on each side. Yeah, I think our adventurer's room is starting to look nice. It gets our prestige to nearly 12,000. Probably need something on this side. Let's get a coat rack for our adventurers over here. And I don't think there's anything else really that we need. Maybe a telescope? That's a weird thing to put inside. So we'll look for a way to integrate that outside. So let's pass on that. Now for out here, I got to thinking that we did this room in here, the red room. And this is something that I guess I should do while we're here, is that we don't have windows in here. And I'm thinking that windows would make it look a little bit better. Let's get windows across. Yep, that looks a little bit better. This side doesn't need it. But this room, I don't want it to be the red room, seeing as how this room in here is the red room. Let's go back to decorations. Let's pick a color. I'm thinking that we go with blue and see what this looks like. And maybe we switch this to be in the blue room. And that will mean that we'll have to grab some rugs to kind of go with it. And we'll just kind of start with that. People, we're up to 72. And I think I'd like it somewhere around 100 for this floor before we go to the next floor. So guess we grab this. We go ahead and go back to blue. Maybe we go with something a little bit bigger now. We're kind of getting that neighborhood of where we need something bigger. I can't go that way. It's not enough room. Can't go that way. What I could do is possibly squeeze it in right here. I wonder if I squeezed it in there, if I could squeeze another one in here. And taking a look, it's the same thing in here. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm going to have to go with smaller tables if I'm going to go with them kind of in the middle. Maybe in this room, seeing as how I've got the lamps, instead of here, the lamps being there, I've got the lamps on the wall. Maybe I can throw a big table in here. So that will give me an extra 10. We could move the centerpiece there over to where the shadow is. Go right for the center of the room. That would give us the ability to put a table over here. Granted, I don't want to completely take all the money quite yet. Let's throw whatever benches we can. It looks like, let's do 1, 2, 3, and 4. That gets us 8 of the 10 spots. We would need another 1,000 for both of them. I'm thinking we just take the one and then we'll do the other one tomorrow. Yeah, it's starting to come together. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to throw lamps in here to kind of mirror what this is in order to get tables in the center, because 72 plus 4 tables of 10 would just get me over the 100 mark. I really want this floor to be a minimum of 100. Let's go ahead and hit the next day, see what the party looks like. Oh, and we have a thief. All right, let's skip that. All right, successfully avoided the thief, and look at this. We've got people in armor coming in. Looks very professional. We get our 1,000 for the party, and we'll get that research. Now, for the royals, that's probably going to take a couple of days. We'll get the strawberries, we'll get the cheese. We'll grab, I don't think we need more cheese for a little bit. We are starting to get some of the better ingredients. And I think this is chestnuts. Let's get another one of these going. Still takes a lot of my adventures to get up to the amount, but it looks like we just hit another threshold, and we probably won't hit the next threshold until the next episode. Oh, this is looking good. I'm thinking we put a fireplace over here. I definitely want to incorporate it somewhere. And oh man, one of my floor tiles is off. We're gonna have to do some crisis construction here. So floor tiles, let's grab that. Thankfully, that doesn't affect anybody. I'm not exactly sure how that works, where we're just like, let me do a little construction underneath you, rip up a tile. It's all good. With that, I think this is a good spot to call this episode, as we're kind of finishing up the new floor. I'm probably going to do researchers between episodes, kind of get everything prepped, get our money back under control, and then when we come back, we'll start on the next floor. Thanks for joining, guys, and we'll see you in the next episode.